and welcome back to another What the Teacher Wants Wednesday. I'm so excited you're joining me today. I am going to be chatting all about guided reading and guided math centers in kindergarten. I'm really excited that y'all asked for this topic because one, it's something that I haven't really discussed a lot, and two, it is the meat and potatoes of kindergarten where you can really dive into differentiated instruction and meeting the needs of each of your kiddos, especially in kindergarten where they come in not knowing their letters, not knowing their numbers, and then ones come in knowing how to read and write and count to 100 already. There's just such a wide variety of needs, especially at that early age. So I think centers are huge. So I want to preface this with the fact so much of what I've learned is from Marcia McGuire. Definitely go check her out. I use her guided reading and guided math centers as well as her fine motor bins for my wake up work and ball words because she is the guru of differentiated instruction, y'all. So one of the first things I do at the beginning of the year is I don't actually start with introducing guided centers right away. I do a lot of whole group instruction until kids feel comfortable with our schedule and our routines and expectations, which is usually in the third week of September, about 2 weeks after boot camp. So I've just found that works really well because I get them excited and I say, oh, boys and girls, today I'm going to add a new card to our schedule, and I add it in. It's called Math Centers. And I explain that after whole group math time, we're going to break out into small groups and we're going to be working on playing games together, sharing, doing math in different ways. I also like to get them excited by showing them our transition song. Then I say, every time we go to do our guided math centers together, you'll hear me start to sing this song. Celebrate good times, it's math. And the kids love it. We sing it together. The song credit goes to Bethany from Teaching and So Forth. Thanks for the awesome songs. So once I sing the song, I then show them what math centers will look like. And I'll kind of backtrack here for a second and say I use the 3-tier Sterilite drawers, one set for math, one set for guided reading. You can swipe up here to grab them on Amazon if you want to see what they look like. But this is based off of the Daily 5 and Daily 3. I have 6 centers for math, 6 centers for reading, and since I'm half day, I have 30 minutes allotted for math, 30 minutes allotted for reading for small groups. So each child visits 2 guided math centers and 2 guided reading centers a day when things are up and running. Now, this is not the case at the beginning of the year. Everyone visits 1 center for about a month until we're in the swing of how centers are supposed to go. So let's backtrack now to it's the beginning of the year. They're sitting down on the carpet. We sang our song and I'm showing them how to do centers. I pull out the first bin and it's math by myself. And inside the bin are 3 folders that are colored green, orange, and purple. And inside each folder, this is for tiered instruction, by the way. Shout out again to Marcia McGuire for this idea. It's different for what skill we're focused on, and every student is on their own level. So for example, my orange group may be matching numbers 0 to 5, purple may be matching numbers 0 to 10, and green may be matching 0 to 15 or even 0 to 20. So it's different for different skills, and my groups change. Now, I figured out what groups to put them in. They are grouped by ability level, depending on what our focus is each week, and I do this by assessing at the beginning of the year, right? You ask them what numbers they know, letters they know, all of that fun stuff, and then I group them according to that. So I'll say, okay, Johnny, if you are an orange triangle, you'll pull out the orange folder and you will do what? And then I'll ask them what to do. We model it. We talk about what it looks like, what it should sound like, and then I gradually release them. Next up, I do the same thing for Math with Someone, Math Notebook, which is utilizing our math series the district has, Math Writing, where they're going to be solving a math task or practicing numbers, some sort of writing, Math Technology, and Math with the Teacher. And Math with the Teacher is always a math task. New to introducing centers, when I go to do this, it's a lot. The very first day of them is a lot of me talking at them and giving them directions and trying to have them repeat them back to me, or a child is modeling what it should look like, and then I'll say, okay, ready, set, go. Show me how you walk to your math center. Sit down and get started. Looks good so far. I'm going to set my timer. I set my timer for about 5 minutes on the very first day because the goal is to build stamina. They're not going to be able to sit there for 15 to 20 minutes yet, by themselves especially. And for 5 minutes, my goal is to see that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing, getting the correct color folder out, getting the activity out, writing their name on their paper, using the Play-Doh correctly, all of that good stuff. They actually work for maybe 2 minutes, and then the rest of that little bit of time is spent cleaning up. We start at 5 minutes on day 1, and every day from there, we build a minute a day, and we build our math stamina. We talk about this. I make it a big deal. We make a class graph together. Wow, on Monday, we did 5 minutes. On Tuesday, we did 6, etc., until it builds to 15 minutes of independent time that they are actually working on their math center on their own level. Now, if you're wondering how I manage this, 2 tricks. 1, I have a rotation chart that I'll share with you all as a freebie. You can swipe up here to grab it. And it's for guided math and for guided reading. I basically do the same thing for guided reading. And the other tip is get another grown-up in the classroom. If you're allowed, I don't know what this year will look like, but if you're allowed to invite family volunteers in, I can't recommend this enough. Sometimes I'm blessed to have a paraeducator in my room. Other times I am not. So I invite families to come in and just make sure kids are on task. Now, my last tip is pretty simple. It is give tons of positive reinforcement. I feel like that is a huge key to success for centers, especially when you're asking them to do something that is just a little bit above where their comfort zone is. So you're putting them on a task that is on their own level, but maybe just a tiny bit of discomfort, because that's when research shows optimal learning takes place. And after centers are done, I hand out class dojo points. I have them grouped by I have my orange circles, my orange triangles, purple stars, purple squares. I have them all grouped. So I'll give out points for either individuals that are doing amazing things or groups that were really on task. I give out brag tags. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, if I am really wowed, I'll even call home or give a quick, hey, Mrs. So-and-so, Johnny was doing an amazing job at centers today, as I put him in the car, and it means the world. Okay, so there's so much more I could share about centers, but if you'd like to read more, I have it all typed out on my blog. You have to check it out. It really walks through what this looks like, including pictures, and that freebie is linked there for you as well for managing it. So again, lots of explicit modeling, lots of practice, building that stamina, having a grown-up there if possible to make sure that children are able to be independent, and tons of positive reinforcements are the keys to having great guided centers take place in your classroom. That's all from me. Thank you so much for listening if you're still here. And if you have tips of your own for guided math or guided reading, I'd love to hear them, and I'll share them tonight. Thanks so much.